Malule Soifua, Jackie Dean.
Mr Speaker, just wonderful to be the last speaker of the week. Top time. Some might call it the graveyard shift, but not me. No, I'm excited to be the last speaker on a Thursday afternoon. And do you know what else? I love my region. I love representing. Oh, stop it. And I love representing my region. And I am surrounded by caucus colleagues who also love representing their region, all the way from the top of the North Island right down to the bottom of the South Island. We've got hard-working list MPs and electorate MPs who just love getting out there into their region. And I tell you what, they are well supported by this government, and they are well supported. We love Northland. We love Northland a lot, and we're going to get it back in the next election. That's what we're going to do. We're going to get it back in the next election. And we are working hard for the people of Northland, just as we are working hard for the people of my region, of which I am inordinately proud, and all the other regions in New Zealand represented by the Nationals Fine Caucus and supported by this very, very good budget. And I want to focus on regional development, which is being so well supported by this government in its broadband network rollout. Now, this is a program which has been in play for something like 3 years or even more. A total investment so far of $1.5 billion into rural broadband. How much, says my colleague? Well, I'll tell that colleague. $1.5 billion is a significant investment in broadband, in ultra high-speed broadband and rural broadband, which is making an incredible difference in the regions in New Zealand, and is creating opportunities for regional development like we have never seen before. And with all due respect to the previous member, it is not the government that exports logs from New Zealand. It is not the government that exports cherries from New Zealand. It is not the government that exports dairy product from New Zealand. It is private enterprise. It is business. It is small business, many of whom operate in the regions. And what can government do to support those small businesses in the regions? Well, just at the moment, I'm talking about rural broadband. So on top of that $1.5 billion investment, which has been rolling out over the past, is it 3 or is it 6 years? I'm turning to a colleague who knows a bit more about these things. Okay, 3. We'll say 3. Might be 6. But in that time, a number of communities around New Zealand are fully serviced by broadband, and I'm really proud to say that Oamaru, my town where I live, my hometown in the heart of the Waitaki electorate, is fully serviced with high-speed broadband. Fantastic. So the schools, the hospital, small businesses, retail, homes are all serviced with high-speed broadband. Now, that is a huge investment in the potential of what might happen out of Oamaru. And if I just think about one of the businesses in Oamaru, which is called Milligan's, and they produce and repackage product, ship it out all around New Zealand and export. It's a business which employs around about 50 workers, not a bad employer for a small town. What do they rely on? They rely on connectivity. So it's that infrastructure which is proving to be most beneficial for Oamaru. And I think about, in terms of the investment that has been announced in this budget, of an extra $360 million set aside for the rollout of connectivity. So that's $210 million for the ultra-fast broadband and $150 million for the Rural Broadband Initiative. Fantastic. That means that there will be other communities all around New Zealand who have the opportunity to leverage off. And it's not the government that does the exporting. It's not government that sends logs offshore. It's small business and large business run by New Zealanders for New Zealanders that do that. And I don't know that it's well understood by the new colleague from New Zealand First. So let's have a look at the Gigatown initiative, which was warmly embraced by many communities all around New Zealand. Dunedin won it, damn it. And Wanaka didn't. Wanaka came around 5th. Good on them. But what have Wanaka managed to do to leverage off that opportunity which has been provided both by Chorus but also by the Broadband Initiative? They have been able to, as part of that competition, position themselves to take full advantage of the opportunities that broadband is presenting them. So for our wine industry, who are big exporters, what do they need? They need connectivity. They need to be able to be nimble in the market. They need to be able to respond quickly in the market to get their product offshore at the best price. There's the cherry industry. Again, a perishable commodity. What does the industry need? It needs to be nimble and it needs to be quick. And what enables that to happen? Broadband connects these communities out in the regions. In Oamaru, it is a small part of New Zealand. It's a small town. It's got the connectivity, and businesses are leveraging off that. It is not the government to tell small business what to do. It is for the government to enable small business to take advantage of excellent announcements such as we've had in the budget.
This debate is interrupted and set down for resumption next sitting day. Ia Manuia Malalonga, Queen's birthday. The House stands adjourned until 2 p.m. on Tuesday the 2nd of June.